Hey guys, this is the Smooth Spy, and 2016 is upon us, and what this means is another fantastic year for gaming, but especially so if you're playing it on the PC. So, here for you, I have a video of my top 6 reasons why 2016 will be another fantastic year for PC gaming. Coming in at number 1, we have hardware affordability. So, I don't know if you guys have been keeping up with current hardware trends, but things tend to go down in price as time gets going on. And while consoles stay the same hardware, newer hardware gets released for the PC. What that means is older hardware gets less expensive. Hardware that can still run games surprisingly well, especially if you're comparing it to a console. So really, what that means, it's getting really easy, guys, nowadays for even fairly older or low-end systems to run modern games at console levels, if not well higher. I mean, 1080p is what consoles just barely able to hit. Just barely for some games. And on the PC, that's been a standard thought. I mean, now a lot of people who really have the money to spend on it are into 1440p and 4K stuff. So 1080p is getting left in the dust. Now what this means is it's so easy to run console games at what I mean console games, like third-party games are available on consoles, also on PC, at the current quality and resolution and frame rate that the consoles are offering. For example, Just Cause 3, which released last month actually, can run at the same quality, same resolution with slightly higher frames per second with a GTX 750 Ti. That is a really, yeah, it's a budget card. It's a $125 card, and it can put out a few more frames than the console. I'm not talking like 20 more frames. I'm talking like 5 frames. Hey, 5 frames is 5 frames, and that can make a difference between a smooth game and a game that goes in and out kind of sometimes. So, yeah, it's getting insanely easy, and it's just going to get easier as the hardware keeps going on. As hardware gets older and hardware gets less expensive, easier to match and easily beat consoles at a lower price point as time goes on. So 2016, we're going to see more and more of that, actually. Coming in at number 2, we have the release of virtual reality. Now, VR has been one of those things that's been a pipe dream for many gamers over the years, over the decades actually, ever since we saw The Matrix. Yeah, we all saw it. Yeah, so it's been one of those things that go on. And 2016 will be the year, finally, virtual reality that actually works will be released into the mainstream. We've been waiting so long for this, and it's finally going to be being released. There are several options going to be released by the end of the first half quarter of 2016, unless there's another extension for the releasing. We're not going to say that though. It's coming out. April is the latest, except. So when it comes down to it, there are several options. You have, of course, the Oculus Rift, which is the flagship. Not really flagship as far as it's the best, but as the first one, the one that got the ball on the roll, starting with VR back. So it's you got that, of course. The Oculus Rift going to be supposedly coming out by the first half of this quarter, and you have that option. You also have the HTC Vive from HTC and Valve, which is supposedly the highest end model, and we'll see more of that at CES, and hopefully that's have a window release of April. Now, you also do have your PlayStation Morpheus on consoles, but come on, when it comes down to it, the best VR experience is going to be on the PC, where there's a lot more freedom to experiment, because we all know that the best new stuff, when it comes out, it's on the PC first, because on the PC, there is a open source where everyone can experiment and find what works, rather than having the risk and having it be bought onto the mainstream. They can try out new things, and there's just going to be the hardware that's going to be able to support what really needs to happen with VR. Plus, VR is going to be evolving quickly, and the PC can keep up with that in demand, where consoles are kind of stuck unless they continually get a secondary system to help render all the images, which they do have for the PlayStation VR, but I don't think they're going to keep releasing more and more of the boxes to keep, and it's going to be like in the Sega days, attaching more stuff into your consoles. No. So It's going to be on the PC first off. Also, there's going to be crazy new experiences going around on the PC on VR and find out what works and what really doesn't work. And VR porn's going to be one of those things, unfortunately. Well, just whichever floats your boat, but it's going to happen. So there's going to be a lot of interesting experiences going on on the PC with VR. So it's a very exciting year. 2016 is the year of VR, and it'll be best and first on PC. Not really first, but like, I don't know. It's hard to explain. It's going to be the best overall experience on a high-end computer, and you're going to have a lot more options. That's just pretty much a good way to sum up why. At number 3, we have new hardware releases. This is always an exciting category for anyone who loves their tech and loves their specs. They love to get new and exciting toys to add to their machine to make it run faster, makes the games run smoother, make them look nicer. And that's exactly what we're going to get in 2016 for the PC. First off, NVIDIA Pascal GPUs will be released. That's a huge thing. It's their follow-up architecture from Maxwell, which was the 900 series. So I don't know what they're going to be called, the 1000 series, the 10, we don't know. But it's going to be exciting. It means a whole new line. So you're going to have a mid-range card like the 970 was. Hopefully it'll be like that, because that was a pretty sweet area when it comes to the price and the performance, as well as you get more higher end, like your 980s, your 980 Ti's, your Titan, and then you're gonna have some lower end type stuff like the 960, the 950. So they're gonna have a whole new range, and of course they're gonna be a big upgrade from the last gens. So hopefully, usually they are. And NVIDIA, according to rumors, this is all rumor based, but we're supposed to see a huge up in the performance as HBM 2.0 will be implemented into these cards, and that's going to see huge upgrades in VRAM and the speeds and all that. So we're talking 16 gigs of the stuff on standard, which is cool because the current 4 gigs in standard cards, they're getting a little low on some games, so it'd be good to get that that kind of a bottleneck out of the way. So that's always exciting. We'll see. Also, I imagine the cards will be, designed for 4K, so 1080p is just going to be like a side note. It's going to be like, is that it? Okay. So it's going to be fantastic for all those who want to push that 4K stuff. And then for any of you guys who are still at the 1080p, you guys want to buy one of these cards, it's going to be like, I don't care what game it is, it's going to run this 120 FPS. Maybe not that much, but you get what I mean. It's going to be a beast. Same thing like if you bought a 980 Ti right now for 1080p. That's overkill. And this is also going to help, of course, with VR. They are going to be optimized for VR. NVIDIA's working well. We'll see how that works out. Hopefully it won't exclude AMD cards, but hopefully it'll all work out for the best. Now, speaking of AMD, they're also getting a new launch. They're finally getting a new line of CPUs with the Zen architecture, going to be released sometime this year, which is huge because AMD guys, they've been having their old CPUs for a while. It's time to get a new architecture, get the more later specs, get some new motherboards that support all these new features that Intel guys have been enjoying for the past little bit, so they can get caught up, get some cool new stuff. And it's always good to see AMD doing well. I feel bad for them that they haven't had the best luck recently, but they can get back in the game, and they can do it because competition is good for the consumer. Always remember that. Competition's good for us, guys. We win. At our number 4 spot, we have new mods are going to be released. I know that seems like a silly thing to put as a reason why it's going to be a good year for the PC in 2016, but seriously, yeah, it is. Alright, first off, let's get this out of the way. Fallout 4. The Creation Kit will be released soon for Fallout 4, and some crazy mods are going to be made. Some crazy awesome mods, and I cannot wait to totally reimagine Fallout 4 with mods. I mean, the Creation Kit isn't even out yet, and have you been to the Nexus? Have you seen the kind of mods that have already been made? It's insane! Wait until the creation kits out. All these mods are going to be 10 times more complicated, 10 times cooler, and it's going to be like a whole new game. They're going to add pretty much anything you want. You want flying dragons and Fallout that you can ride and then shoot cheese out of their nose? I'm sure there's going to be a mod for that. That's just how insane mods are. So you can make your Fallout experience exactly how you want it to be. And that's just awesome. We're going to see a ton of stuff. If the Skyrim mods have anything to say about it, we're going to see some insane stuff. And 2016 is going to be a year where you're going to see an article here and there, or a video about some insane, cool new mod for Fallout 4 on the PC. Up next, also, you will be seeing a lot of cool new graphical enhancement mods for various games. I mean, have you guys been seeing the Toddy Enhancer mods for Grand Theft Auto 5 or Star Wars Battlefront? They look unreal. Actually, they look real. It's insane. And they're going to be releasing these kind of mods hopefully soon. I mean, they're going to take a hit on your FPS. Come on, it's going to happen. But to look that good, I would take some frames off. Yeah, I don't think I would have it on there for very long, but I'd have it there just to look at it. I mean, it's really cool to see this type of stuff and to see how far graphics have come. Of course, sadly, since consoles are out and they're holding things back, the only way you're going to see how much of an upgrade graphics can become is with mods like that, which is cool because you have the option on the PC. So we should be seeing more of those come out and be released, hopefully, so we can install them and enjoy them and watch our frames dip down to where we don't want them to go, depending on your card, of course. Also, Just Cause 3 multiplayer. Yeah, that's going to happen. It's a mod. It's made by the same guys who did the one for the second one. It's going to be coming out this year. That's all I got to say about that. That's going to be amazing. And that's enough reasons why it's going to be an exciting year of mods. At number 5, we have new and exciting unknown games are going to pop up. That was a long one. So, really, when it comes to new games or new experiences or new kinds of games, they're first on the PC because it's a lot more free and the developers can express themselves more uniquely compared to the restrictions found on consoles. And really, if you think about it, all the amazing new kinds of games had their start on the PC. I mean, have a look at Minecraft, for example. Minecraft, an excellent example. Let's start out on the PC as just a little game. Oh, Minecraft, that's a little game. It's going to build with blocks. That's kind of, no, it was amazing. And it caught on huge, and have a look at it now. It's massive. It's everywhere. It's in Walmart. I mean, that thing went, it's now on like everything. You can get on your phone, you can get on your PC, of course you can get on your on the PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, PlayStation 1, the Vita. I mean, it's even going to the Wii U. The Wii U. I mean, this game went everywhere. And it started out as a little bitty game. It started out on the PC. And that's also happened with several other games. I mean, have a look at recently in 2015. You had Kerbal Space Program. You had Undertale. I mean, these fantastic games just came out of nowhere. And they're like, yeah. And you also got some others. You know, you also have your Star Citizen, which I doubt will be coming out of nowhere for the PC. But you never know when this stuff's going to come up. And it can be a lot of fun and a lot of surprise. It can catch a whole lot of people off guard and be fantastic because that's what's great about the PC. Openness to explore and see what works. You get some crap, but you also get some fantastic stuff like Undertale and Minecraft. So, you know, I think it's worth it. And finally, at number 6, we have fantastic third-party games that are going to be released on the PC. Now, it's one of those things. There are going to be a whole bunch of third-party games that come out on console and PC. And guess what? We're going to get a ton of them this year. A ton of fantastic ones. Some I can't wait for. And they're right around the corner. Of course, they're going to be best on the PC. I mean, Rise of the Tomb Raider is going to be coming out in a couple of weeks if the rumors are to be believed. You got fantastic games like Deus Ex, Mankind Divided, the new Hitman, you got Mirror's Edge Catalyst. I mean, Overwatch, need I say more? I mean, there's going to be a ton of great stuff coming out in 2016, and it'll be on the PC, and it'll be amazing. Run it at 1440p, 120 FPS. Do with it what you want. Play with a keyboard and mouse. Play with VR. No, actually, that won't happen, but yeah, with the VR. But you get what I'm saying. Now, I know before you say anything, oh, bad PC ports. No! Yes, there will be some bad, some bugs. There's always going to be that game who's got to be like, I don't care, I'll be another Arkham Knight. We hope to Gaben. That does not happen again. That was a disgrace. That was... Ugh. But, it's one of those things, unfortunately, but for the most part, the ports are fine. They're not like standout amazing, but they're fine. They still run higher resolutions and frame rates than consoles, or they can be fixed with a .ini fix or whatever. I mean, it's not a big deal. So we're going to get that type of stuff, and it's going to be great, and we're going to enjoy it. I'm right now enjoying Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain, 1440p, over 100 FPS, enjoying it at maxed out quality, and it's fantastic. And I wouldn't want to be playing it on a console where I can be playing it at the higher refresh rate, and just I simply wouldn't want to. I get the best experience here, unless there's that guy who's playing at 4K, 200 FPS, with the dual Titan X, whatever. But you get what I mean. You get the better experience, and you can enjoy these games. And that's what it's all about, really, at the end of the day. Enjoying the games at the best quality you can, and at whatever options you want, with whatever options. That's what the PC is meant for in the first place. That's why we love it, and there's going to be a lot more of that in 2016. Alright guys, these have been my top 6 reasons why 2016 will be a fantastic year for PC gaming. Be sure to leave a comment and like, and tell me what you think about these reasons, and what's your most excited reason for 2016 on the PC. And if you want to see more videos from me, be sure to hit that subscribe button, see more of my content, and thank you very much for watching. Take care.